What's good, family? It's your boy Nico Williams with a new episode of Keep It 99. Of course, I got my homeboy Lay Alpha in the house with me. How you doing today, brother?
I am blessed. You know how we do it. You know I'm looking cute. I'm looking clean. And I'm looking sexy.
Sexy.
And you know, this week, we got a lot to talk about. So let's get to it and let's talk about it. Yeah, slap the camera.
But I smacked the fire out the camera. Hey, but look. So this is what we got to get into today, man. And I apologize. I'm in the Trump Tower right now, top floor. So I can't really yell and do what I do at the ranch. You know, we done took the show on the road a little bit, but it's all good. But today's episode, I just got to give it up to my homie, Lay Alpha, Zelmay, the fortune teller, Mr. Cleo. He ain't did nothing but tell y'all what was about to happen, and everything happened. So I'm gonna go in this order. Charlamagne Tha God. Now you know I've been the biggest Kwame Brown fan, like literally my whole life, like the last week and a half. Kwame went at Charlamagne Tha God. Charlamagne Tha God apologized. Some might say that it was scripted. Kwame probably gonna say that Zaddy told him to do that. I feel like it was sincere, but you said it was coming. How you feel about that?
Hey man, we gotta talk about this. This is some of the people, the anime people might not care, but this is entertainment, and this is what this show is about. We gotta keep it down and down. But yeah, ultimately, I said he's gonna apologize. He tried the tactic that people do often. First, distract. Look at that guy. Look at that person over there. That guy right there. Look at him. Don't look at me. And then when it don't work, you apologize in a carefully worded way. I respect the fact he did call the people that he hurt and apologize directly, which makes it look a lot better. But he didn't call Kwame and him, or I don't think he called Kwame's sister, but he called the people of the incident that we ain't gonna talk about that much, the situation with other people in it from his hometown. And he brought it up, he apologized to them directly, the people he knew directly, and said he was sorry. Do you have to accept it? Kwame didn't. Kwame said he ain't gonna forgive it because every time he see that woman talk about her situation, even if he didn't do it, what you were doing around the 15-year-old girl, he said, I lived in the hood, and I know all them high school girls used to go with them drug dealers. So what you were doing around them, so in that act, I can't forgive it. So, but I'm not going to deal with you no more. You said your piece. I said my piece. Now I'm going to let the people deal with you because you can't call a cease and desist on every one of them. That's what Kwame said.
I unfortunately, my hands was really full today, and everybody knows I live for Kwame Brown lives. I get all the notification when he goes live, and I was so upset because I was working. I was working today, and I didn't have the opportunity because I would just click on it like I have been doing all weekend. So I'll be listening to it tonight or tomorrow at some point. But Kwame Brown is gold. I love it. I did get a chance before we came on this show to listen to the apology, and I'm taking it as sincere only because when he came out with it, I was one of the mindset of he is saying leave him alone, leave him alone. But Kwame was so broke. I mean, not broke. He was so woke. He was so woke about the situation that he was like, "No, you're not going to paint me out as to be a dangerous person. You're not going to do that." And I wasn't thinking like that. I was thinking like a street nigga. And I would appreciate if somebody would be like, "Yeah, you better not mess with him because you know his family." No, he doesn't want to be associated with that. And that I think that whole situation is really giving is giving more to his platform because I wasn't thinking like that. And now I feel that much more woke. The fact that I'm like, yeah, you was right, actually. So yeah, Charlamagne, I guess that was wrong. Don't bring up the dude's family history in an effort to validate him because that's the wrong kind of validation. That's the wrong kind of validation. We shouldn't be running around saying, no, leave us alone because we the toughest and we'll kill people. No, we should say you should leave him alone because you should be respected as a black man. Point blank, period. And so I'm 100% with that, but I do think that Charlamagne, I think he miscalculated, and he should grow from this because he does need to know like how we're representing black men and how we represent each other. Like we're just the tough guys and all this stuff all the time, and where people are just scared of us. And I'm cool off of that. And so shout out to Kwame for opening that door for us to listen. And yeah, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. And I hope
Yeah.
Charlamagne learn and leave that boy alone and let mama cook. Let mama cook and leave mama son alone. Okay.
My man, see, you got mama's cooking for you. He got it
Got
for you.
mama's cooking.
Now they
Shout out to that new
apologizing.
episode. Shout out to that new episode of Do You Hear Me with Unico Williams. Mama's cooking. We out here.
By the way, Kwame Brown's Bust Life. I think he said he's gonna start doing a podcast, but it's gonna be just him. He ain't gonna buy all that fancy equipment. That's
He
what.
ain't buying. He gonna get in that truck and he gonna say what he want to say, and ain't nobody mad at him. Go ahead, start your podcast. I ain't mad at you.
So he said he's gonna do that, and I told you he gonna apologize. It's clockwork. Everything happened clockwork. Once you understand people, it's not hard to predict. By the way, Miami Heat. I know you got Miami Heat gonna win by 11 game 3 after they just got blown out. So I just wanted to.
So that's fine to throw that out there because again, you fortune telling. Milwaukee is not going for that at all. You know what? Something else that you told the future about, which some news just came out yesterday, I believe. Um, we tried to sculpt a picture or paint a picture about how Discovery is just going to find ways to use Warner Brothers and use DC for what it is in regards to the heroes and whatnot. We said that they were going to try their best to do that, and we try to make it look good. You said, yeah, somebody else probably about to get the rights to all them, and it's just going to be one big, auction for all these characters because DC is rich with great characters. And you said that they might go to Netflix or something like that. Discovery Channel probably wasn't going to just keep all of them. Here we go. Go to MSNBC report. That's what's being reported is that Discovery is shopping around DC. So, what you think about that? Again, being right.
Yo, man, listen. I'm telling y'all right now, DC is gonna spend Discovery gonna spend $20 billion to put assets up, put a lot of shows up for next year to prepare for a sale in 2022 or 2023. I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. They're trying to make it all pretty to get that debt off of them. Telecom don't want that. Discovery don't want that debt, but they gotta make it look pretty. So we got a little money to spend. We're gonna spend $20 billion. We're gonna make all these original shows next year in 2022 and the rest of 2021. And by the end of 2022, or maybe even by the end of this year, we're gonna announce a sale that's gonna go through. If business sales, it usually take it'll be 2024, 2025. They're gonna make it as pretty as they can, wrap it in a bow for Netflix, Amazon, Apple, or Disney, because those are the only four profitable media companies right now.
Do you think it would be a lease, or do you think that they would outright buy?
I think they're gonna play both of them. They're gonna see if they can lease it
I
to
would
Disney,
too.
like we'll lease it like you did Spider-Man, because Sony makes a lot of money off leasing Spider-Man to Marvel. So they might do that, or they might just outright like, we don't want to deal with this. Let somebody else handle it. We're gonna make it as pretty as we can. I think they're gonna hold off a year though, but I know they're looking to sell it because it didn't make sense. They still 50 billion in the hole. 48 billion in the hole off this. We don't make money like that. Discovery don't make money like that.
Right.
And if y'all thought TNT and CNN then was terrible, well, you wait to Disney.
Yeah.
Woke. woke CNN. You think CNN woke? Like the Disney can't pick a side. CNN.
Shout out to Cuomo, man. Let's not forget, we all know CNN hired Tucker Carlson, so we just they hired him knowing what he is, so we don't know what that entails. But we just gonna keep them lifted up in prayer. We're gonna keep CNN lifted up in prayer. We're gonna keep DC lifted up in prayer. We gonna keep Discovery lifted up in prayer because I don't know what else Discovery got because they've been doing diners and all that
To be
type of
honest, they
stuff. They
might
didn't
just
ran
give
out of
up
they didn't,
the comic book part and keep CNN now. So
which people gonna watch CNN just because you a CNN lifer. I mean, I like CNN more. I think that they present news better. Um, you know, Fox is like blatantly biased, so that's why we don't really rock with them. Like, don't be blatantly, I'm on this side. Like,
are they
are
blatantly
you
biased,
for
or are
right
they
and wrong?
just blatantly biased against the one you disagree with?
I'm just gonna say they're blatantly biased on one side of things, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Like, whether I
Everyone's
if I was
biased.
if I was Republican, I would probably say, oh, I love that channel because they talk about the truth all the time. They reflect what I believe. But unfortunately, that's not how I feel. So I don't rock with Fox because I don't rock with them like that. But how can this is what I don't understand about Fox. How can you have Fox News and then on the other hand you have local Fox, which is showing Family Guy
But you gotta remember,
and
local Fox is owned by Disney, which is what I'm saying. Discovery gonna do with Superman. Fox, WWE, SmackDown, all that regular Fox, Family Guy, Simpsons. That's why it's all on Disney Plus or whatever. It's all owned by
oh shit, The
Disney.
Simpsons are on Disney Plus.
Yeah, so people don't realize that's owned by Disney, which I'm saying Disney is going Discovery is gonna keep CNN the way Fox kept Fox Business and Fox News and sell the rest of the assets, which was X-Men and the regular TV shows and WWE and all that on regular channels, and sold it to Disney. So I'm telling you, I'm thinking the same thing gonna happen. We're gonna keep this
Yes.
portion because it fits with our True TV ID channel and stuff like that. We're gonna sell off the rest. They might keep Cartoon Network too. I don't know if they're gonna keep Network. That's an iffy. I can't judge that one. I don't know how their business model around it.
But is let me see. Is Cartoon Network Fox worthy? I think it's a little too liberal. I was watching an episode of Clarence, and it turns out that one of his best friends, their parents is in uh, a lesbian relationship.
I remember Disney owned it all, bro. Disney's taking over the world, bro. Take on that debt. But if they give them good original content, that price go way up. I'm telling y'all, that price goes shoot up. But if they fail, they selling it for the cheap. So they putting 20. I'm telling you, they putting billions into it next year to sell it all. That's what the goal is.
So we are 100% gonna keep our eye on to see if Zelmay, aka Nostradamus, if you gonna keep it going. Um, let's jump to another thing that you predicted. I literally forgot what it was. What was the third thing?
We were talking about the third thing would be I want to talk about the Army of the Dead review. We got Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover.
But let me give you your flowers first. We're gonna get into that stuff. There was one third thing that you were right about. I'm
Uh,
sorry, y'all. I'm about to look. I
man,
usually
I'm
don't
right
do.
so much,
Oh,
y'all.
oh. So you've been saying this since we've known each other and been working with each other. You can't stop talking about Eternals. And today they dropped the trailer for the Eternals for the next phase in the Marvel universe. You called it. You called it again.
Yes, they gonna bring out the Eternals. They coming out in November, I believe. I'm looking forward to that show. I'm looking forward to it hinting at the start of X-Men and the mutants, because if you read the comic book, you know the Eternals, the one that invented them. I think you won't get the exact origin, but you will get how they were made. So we'll find. Well, I'm freaking sure we'll figure that out with the Eternals, which will be big news for all the Marvel people leading into Secret Invasion. And I'm hearing Ant-Man might introduce Fantastic Four, because Kang the Conqueror is gonna be the main villain. Ant-Man, Kang might be introduced in Loki. I'm hearing rumors about that, but they're all just rumors, so I don't want to just say what I'm saying. But again, all that's gonna be big news. If Ant-Man introduces the Fantastic Four, that will be huge. It makes sense.
It's gonna be huge. It'll be huge if they drop that. You've been saying this since last summer, and I'm like, this man can't stop talking about Eternals. I had to go back and look at the lore, but man, Disney is digging deep when it comes to the lore. When it comes to Marvel, they digging super deep,
Character
and
you
like
never heard of.
they bring in characters you never heard of, and
Make you
they're
care.
making them interesting.
Yeah.
They're making characters you care about, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Keep telling me good stories. I'm here for it. Get all these cats out the way. We already know Spider. We don't want to see Uncle Ben get shot anymore. We're doing that. Just build first. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let him and Casey Undercover get married and go on about our business. But give us some new characters, man. People can be mutants and not have to be the we can still care about them. Um, so, but you called it. You said actually, and you were saying that we would see the Eternals sooner than later. You know, because I was asking, I was like, "What you think? 2022 or what you
It's gonna be.
thinking?"
They
And
done
even
announced it for
and
about
even
they announced last year when I was saying it coming out next year, but they announced last year it's gonna come out about
but
November.
Even Loki came out faster than we thought it would, especially considering COVID.
Yeah.
So, so
And plus
even that was on
Eternals,
point.
you can tell by what movie they're gonna put into it because who they signed for it. You put Selma Hayek and Angelina Jolie in a movie, it's gonna be important.
It has to be.
Same
It
thing I
has to.
said with Secret Invasion. You got Samuel Jackson, all these characters, these really famous actresses. You got Game of Thrones, Emma Clarkson, I think Emilia
Emma
Clarkson.
Clark,
Yeah.
Amelia Clark. Yeah, Amelia Clark.
Yeah,
Yep.
so you got her. I apologize if I butcher your name. My mind ain't. I think I've been watching basketball screaming, so my mind. But yeah, you got all these top rated actors. That means, oh, we putting it's something to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard Kevin Feige say we want that one to be important. The rest of them is just individual tales. We want that one. We couldn't tell that in a movie, so we had to make it. That's the only reason it wasn't a movie, because we couldn't tell that whole story we wanted to tell. And Marvel does a better job at these shows than the comic books do, because they gave Thanos a story. Like I said in my video coming out tomorrow for y'all listening, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on
Yeah, right
YouTube.
there. Hit
Yes.
that like, subscribe. It's like right there.
Yeah. So if you know that, you know that I'm talking about conspiracy theories and all that. Keep it simple is better, man. Keeping the story simple and grounded is better. Because if Infinity War doesn't work as well if Thanos doesn't have a magnanimous reason. People love Thanos. This whole idea that the universe is too cluttered, so if we have it, the world will be a better place for people. Of course,
Yeah,
you
it
go.
definitely took a page out of anime, and which we all know that anime plots are, is there really a bad guy? So yeah, definitely.
So that's what you want. You
We like
always
that.
instead of, because if you took the comic book Thanos, it would be, oh, he trying to get convinced Death to love him over Daredevil, so he just sends half the universe to him. We wouldn't like that storyline in a real movie. Just like I think
We
Secret
would.
Invasion is gonna be not a superhero free fall, which was kind of fun, but the plot had too many holes in it. It's gonna be ultimately probably, from what I'm hearing, Spider-Man, if they bring Norman Osborn, it could be lead to the Secret Avengers, Illuminati, stuff like that. We already seen hints of the West Coast Avengers and all kind of Avengers teams, so they got a lot they can set up. We
Mm-hmm.
know the Marvels is coming, so you got all three. I hope Blue Marvel be in that, but yeah, you got stuff set up, and I think it's gonna set stuff up, because I think that's gonna be the only TV show. Maybe Loki. I think Loki's established the multiverse, but think they're gonna set up stuff, but
They better.
even though I don't think they're gonna make it. Kevin Feige said it. He want to be able to watch the movies without having to watch the shows. So I don't think it's gonna be like some universal scale thing that's gonna happen in the TV show. But I think it's gonna be to introduce new characters in the TV shows and stuff. Like we got Monica Rambeau. She's gonna be and Miss Marvel. They're gonna be stars with Captain Marvel in the Marvels. But you don't have to see the show to know who they are, I guess. Even though you would probably want to, but you don't have to, and you can get the whole story. So I just think they want to do that, and I think they're doing a great job, and they letting directors do their own thing, and not. Eternals look completely different from every Marvel show I've seen.
Mm.
That trailer looked different than every Marvel show, and I love being different because I don't want the same superhero show every time. So I'm glad they're starting to delve into other type of movies instead of all Avenger movies. Now you got one division, which is very different.
Yep.
You got Loki that's going to be very different. You got Eternals that looks very different. So yeah, man, that's what looking forward to it.
As
Let
am
me know in
I.
the comments.
Yeah, let us know how you think that Marvel's about to do what they do. Do you and honestly do you think Discover is just gonna be done with it? Let us know because I mean it's a lot of money to be made, so I guess it's just gonna depend on who wants to make it and what they're willing to go for. So let's get into anime for a hot second. Jujutsu Kaisen and Black Clover they're back on the manga scene. Um, I haven't I haven't read or watched either one of those, but I know both of them are super popular. I just haven't gotten around. I keep watching episode one of Jujutsu Kaisen. We know that y'all know that from the previous episodes. I keep telling y'all the man ate the finger, and I went on about my business. But what news you got for us for the anime aspect?
I just want to just shout it out. I had to put at the bottom the last two episodes, the last two manga things. Don't want to do no spoilers, but the last two were these last two of each one on Viz Media were amazing. They're free on Viz. Shout out to Viz for supporting it. They were amazing. So Solo Leveling, all those shows, man. I recommend those shows. I know some people might have gave up on specifically Black Clover. That manga legit. I know the anime is over and they having a movie that probably gonna cover what it's covering now. But yeah, you can get into it. Trust me, you'll love the mangas. Cause I know y'all missing it right now because they ended the anime. Kind of like Bleach did. But Bleach is coming back next year, I'm hearing.
Shout out to Bleach and the fact that that was like they did all those episodes and was like, I'm Ichigo. I was 15. Now I'm 16. It
Yo,
was like, what? Okay.
did you notice the 90s used to do that a lot? Yo, my name is so and so. I'm a 16-year-old kid. I lived a hard life.
Yeah, that's pretty much every showing is like 12, 16.
Yeah.
You gonna save the world.
Yeah. I was just
Pretty
a
much how that
regular
works.
kid. Till one day, something crazy happened. And that's how every anime dub sound. I hate it. I just literally did their voice. Y'all can hire me right now. Thank you. Leave in the
Pretty much.
comments and tag every anime company that hired me for their dub voice of I'm the 15-year-old kid. Today changed my life forever.
Well, when they come out with a main protagonist that's black and not what we just gave, not Yasuke, you're not going there today. But when y'all come with 500 chapters for a black protagonist, definitely hit up my boy Zelmay. You got anything else on
Bulletproof,
manga
add
before
him
we get
back
into
in the
it?
Adam back in Invincible, bro. Bulletproof is supposed to been in there, bro. Where y'all at?
I think the second season gonna give us a lot because they got so much to go off of, and they
Bulletproof was supposed
skipped
to be
a
in the
whole bunch
first
of
season.
stuff.
They skipped Bulletproof.
It can't be. They can't follow the comic all the way through because there's too many people that watched it. I'm glad that they mixing it up a little bit
No, they could have added
and
Bulletproof.
kind of making it their own.
Got rid of the black guy. I see how it is. I'm joking. I love Invincible. Bulletproof need to show up. Because if the
Shout,
next
shout,
part is
shout to Black
important to
Batman.
him being there, so he got to show up soon. They just took their time because there's some other people that were supposed to be part of the team that was quicker though. But yeah, he's supposed to beat us. But we'll see. I'm figuring he is because they do something that he got to be there for. Unless I don't know how they make it up without him. But yeah, and I got my specialty now. I told you I was gonna review it. Army of the Dead. Let me give you my thoughts on Army of the Dead. Basically, Army of the Dead is a very fun movie to watch. If you don't think and like mindless behavior, it is very fun to watch. Had some cool scenes. They were like Super Saiyan zombies who do UFC moves.
Mm.
Zombie Tiger. I'm not spoiling anything because that's in the commercial, the trailer. So if you've seen it, you know Zombie Tiger is there. But yeah, it's very fun. It's still a Netflix movie, and it does what it does. They do things to further the plot that doesn't make any sense, and they continually do every Netflix. You know how many Netflix movies did not say the same thing?
I mean, that's pretty much every survival horror movie. That's the plot. Is just move it along, but just a whole bunch of action. So
No, I
that's pretty
get
much how
that
that works.
part. I can get that. But they do specific things. It ain't like, oh, this showed about it nowhere. Oh, why? No, the characters themselves do stuff they would never do, but they just do it to further the story. And I'm like, why did you do that? The ending confused me because I'm like, if this happened, how did he survive that? And then it took that long to do so and so, and that don't make sense because if you know how things work, y'all understand. If you watch the movie, you know what I mean. The ending of the movie, you be like, what?
See, he wasn't paying attention. See, what you were actually watching was an anthology, and you didn't realize it. So, you didn't realize you was watching an anthology. So you didn't realize all this stuff was happening for no reason because it was a part of a whole different story in a multiverse.
Oh, yeah, that actually brought up Yo, oh, but Ghost actually brought up multiverse in that movie.
Yeah, there you go.
And Ghost is
There you
alpha,
go.
bro. He forever Ghost to me. For all my power fans, you know what I'm talking about. He forever
Shout out to
goes.
Fire.
Ghost is the Omega. You'll get what I'm talking about if you want.
I will be watching it, and then I'm actually going to let y'all know I am going to watch it this week. I just have not. You know, your boy had to bounce back from that old Rona Shop 2.0, but I'm definitely going to definitely take a check and see if I can correlate what Zelmay is saying, and then see what's going on. Also, quick update: Denver is smacking Portland, but that's cool. I think Damien's gonna have something to say about that. It'll be a lot closer. You got anything else in entertainment today before we sign off of him?
Man, all I want everybody to know is Army of the Dead. A lot of people hyping up Zack Snyder, so they praising that movie more than should be praised. That's one thing I want y'all to know. That movie, now it does one thing that other movies of it don't do, and it made sense for that one part. But everything they did prior to that was all idiotic and stupid. But before that, but once you get to the end goal and you realize everything they did was stupid, they actually they actually praises that and acknowledges that everyone in this movie is except for like one person, well, two, three. Everybody else is complete morons. And unfortunately, the people that wasn't morons, you'll see.
Hmm.
You got it.
Y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all go check that out. I definitely am going to check it out. I don't really get. I like something that makes me think a lot, but this seems to be just a fun movie, and I'm down for a fun movie every now and then.
But if you
Like I
want,
actually, what's that movie with Michael B. Jordan? Started watching it, and I was like, you know what? This kind of got me thinking. Let me go on about my business. I didn't make it too far into
Fruitville
that. I'm
Station,
gonna try, huh?
Fruitville Station.
No, the last Michael B. Jordan
Oh,
movie
you talking about without
on
remorse,
Amazon.
without remorse.
Without remorse.
Yeah.
I got into it. I saw a lot of it. I saw some rehab, and I went on about my business.
Yeah,
I went on
Army
about
of
my
the
business.
Dead is a decent movie if you can turn your brain off and just enjoy this. That, but even though I don't even know if you could, it was some slow parts in it too. That I don't know if you could just do that. But hey, man, I never say something is horrible if it's not horrible, but I could watch it Now, if I couldn't watch it, I'd just tell y'all it's horrible. But some people hyped it up just because they love Zack Snyder. I want y'all to understand that.
There's a new love for Zack Snyder, by the way. A new love.
Yeah, yeah, man. I know y'all just cause y'all want the Snyderverse to come back. That might be well, if Disney own it and decided, hey, you want to be Kevin Feige for WB? Maybe y'all get y'all Snyderverse back. So go tell Disney right now. I'm telling y'all what to do. This is the secret to get it. Go call Disney. Tell them to go buy WB and make Snyderverse and say every movie gonna make $1 billion. Guarantee them that. And you will get your Snyderverse back. Because one thing I know Disney do, you can guarantee them money. They gonna do it.
I feel like Mickey Mouse is gonna come in there and be like, "Hey, man, this is we need a couple more jokes that's better than like we don't want just sarcastic jokes the whole time. We want like we need jokes that are good for the family." Okay.
I don't think the reason I say that the reason I say Disney, hear me out, comment section. I want y'all to argue with me too if y'all disagree. Netflix gonna find some foreign director on the cheap and put a high budget on her and then tell them to do it. Amazon got their own set of directors they love. They gonna do it. Netflix do like Zack Snyder, so they might bring it back, but I don't know if they gonna. But I don't know if they want to spend that money like that on that and that. But like I
I
said,
don't know if Amazon wants to take over the dark hero. Like I think they have that dark hero thing for on a budget at that. Like the boys was on a budget, like it was a niche
oh, you mean Amazon?
comic book. Yeah, Amazon. Amazon was on it.
But technically, Amazon spent a lot more money on this because Jupiter Legacy look like a cartoon fight. And I'm not gonna. Do y'all look at Jupiter's
That's
Legacy
Netflix.
and tell me that what I'm talking about? I was talking about Netflix. Look at Netflix and tell me, do you want them doing Superman? That's all I gotta say. I'm just because they in the fighting scene they put no budget in. They're like nothing. They had a good story. That fight scene was terrible. They had cool parts of it though. It just looked like 90s Power Rangers. That's my biggest beef with it. Like the ideals was cool, but if you actually edited it to look like superhero movie, it would look cool. What's the name
Well,
had?
I'm gonna be real with you. All these superhero movies, I haven't watched them for the fight scenes. I've been watching them for the story.
That's why Jupiter Legacy is good. I still recommend Jupiter Legacy. But if you can't stand, if you look at that fight scene, you're gonna be like, this is trash. That's what you like.
So I understand this episode. We gave Lay Alpha his flowers. He deserved them. He's been Nostradamus. He's been Mr. Cleo. All the above this whole time. He's been the guy that says pick a card, any card, and he gets it right every time. Um, so we bowed down. We bowed down. You've been right so far, and I think that we got a very interesting end of the year that's coming as far as entertainment goes. But for 2022, I want y'all to bookmark some of the stuff he's been saying now. So either way it goes, entertainment's about to go into a whole different place, and we like that because that's what this particular show is about. Entertainment for the nerds, and it looks like nerds are what run the world. And but right now the jocks have it with the NBA, and we here for it.
And
And we
some of
here
them
for
going nerdy too. I see a lot of them NBA players streaming on Twitch. I see you,
it.
Booker, Ben Simmons,
Um,
LeBron,
um,
Anthony
um,
Davis. That's why you ain't.
AD.
That's why Andrew. That's why ain't eating you alive, boy. Get off that game. Just trying to roll with
Somebody
that
was talking
GTA.
crazy. Somebody was talking crazy on to AD on Grand Theft Auto 5, and he just didn't bounce back. Like, dude, stop playing. Yes, you got punched out all day. You mad about it? He on the team bus just thinking about how some 13-year-old just punched the shit out of him on Grand Theft Auto 5, and some kid was just harassing him, so he had to go into passive mode. So like, that's AD is just like his confidence is shot right now because a kid keeps bullying him on Grand Theft Auto 5, and that's the story of the NBA playoffs 2021. That's what happened.
Shout out, man.
That's it.
Shout out AD, bro. I know AD, but he'll bounce back. That's why I said Booker got to take that next step. But
so LeBron gonna have to pay whoever that 13-year-old is. Let AD win today so he can come. Because right now the clout on the games right now, because he get killed on the stream. Then you know how the chat for the streams is. You know they get to roasting the hell out you. Oh, you unibrow shooting between the unibrow. That's why y'all killing him because you shooting him in his unibrow. You shooting him in his weak spot. You can see him from 100 yards away because his eyebrows are so big. Like they get in there and just start yelling your ass in that damn chat. So man, bless AD's spirit. We hope he can bounce back. But this ain't about sports, but this is about esports, and they tearing his ass up on Grand Theft Auto, and that's where I'm living at. You got anything else to take us out of here?
Man, yeah, my guys. Man, shout out to Ninja Pokemon, the biggest Twitch streamers. Twitch put a animation thing telling their stories or whatever. It's really cool to Twitch. I know it's situations about do work and all those situations on Twitch. We're not really digging it. I don't know much about them, but hopefully that situation is terrible. Hopefully they get that amended. No, it hasn't really been any gaming news came out lately. Game Pass has been lit. Xbox seemed to be so far looking like it's coming back on top after PlayStation 5 had a strong beginning, because everybody thought it's gonna be like last generation and Sony gonna have all the games. This year Sony had 2 games come out. Xbox had a lot more. They went and spent billions of dollars on a bunch of companies. I called that too. Go look at the podcast even before I met Joe. I called it on this show. So I said Xbox gonna buy a lot of companies. They bought ZeniMax. They have bought. They spent billions. But yeah, man, Xbox is killing it. And to remember, please remember, I know this show ain't got the same energy as normally do. I ain't got my green screen. Joe in the hotel. He should just yell out here, looking like he got like a Muslim queen out here. And remember to keep stomping, because like my Muslim queen with the mustache. Unico, any last word?
Yeah, the only reason I don't know what the hell is going on with PlayStation 5 is because I can't get one.
You can't get an Xbox X Series. You can get an S, but you can't get
You can't. Yeah. If I can't get what I want, I can't. So I'm out on that debate until, because all they doing is, it seems like they're just saying, hey, this look good on PlayStation 4, so here it go on PlayStation 5. This look good on Xbox One, so let's put it on Xbox Series S. Let's do that. They're porting a lot of stuff over and saying, look how much better it looks. But the original games, ain't nothing's popping out to me right now. Nothing is saying I need to get it. The only thing that's really popping that I know I got 100% get is I just got to get that Kobe edition for PlayStation 5 right now. I do want that Miles Morales, but again, that's a remake on PlayStation 4. From PlayStation 4. So at this point, I don't see. I used to know what games I wanted for PlayStation 5, but right now it just seems like y'all want me to buy Final Fantasy 7 again, and look how much more pretty it is. So that's where I'm at with this whole new console thing. So I'm not gonna know until God bless it that I get my hands on a PlayStation 5. And all y'all punk robots need to get off of here and let the real niggas buy one. I apologize for my language, but let a real one get a PlayStation 5.
You've been watching a lot of Kwame Brown.
Nah, because it would have been worse than that if you want to blame it on Kwame Brown. But that's all I got for this episode.
Yeah, man. Like I said, keep stomping. You never know. Today, you might get an Xbox or PS5. Maybe they get a game. Maybe they bring new games to it. And then you get a girlfriend and something amazing can happen.
Peace.